All right, good afternoon, boys and girls. I hope we're doing good and having a wonderful holiday period. Now, as you can see, I have here opened a document, and the title of the document is Circular Letter with Tear Off Slip. Though it says handout because the handout is right above up here, and you can see this handout was posted on the classroom for all of you to go through. So you can go through the handout that is on the classroom. So it's right here and it tells you what a circular letter is. And it says here a circular letter is a standard letter that is sent to several recipients, meaning several people, more than one person. Multiple persons must get the one letter. All right. It may contain a tear off or cut off slip. The cut off portion allows the recipient to cut, complete, and return that section to the sender. Now, when we talk about a tear off or cut off, a tear off is normal when you find those papers that you can just easily rip them apart and it makes a sound like it's like you're unzipping something and it makes that sound and you are now able to separate those pieces of paper. And you also can cut off. It is set in a way where you can use a scissors to cut it, or it shows you where to cut. So the line will be there that says cut here, or you may see a symbol that indicates where to cut right there within that part, that particular area of the document. Now, there are some guidelines for preparing the circular letter. The date is shown as day, month, year. So, for instance, the date is 7th April 2021. So if that's today's date, that's the date you're going to put. 7th April, 7 as in 07, April 2021. All right, so it's day, month, year. And you can also record the date as month and year. So you can also say April 2021. So you can say April 2001 instead of saying the full date. Then the addressee information may be typed as, so where you would have the inside address for the person who is receiving the letter and you would normally put who it's going to. Instead of putting all of that information in a circular letter, most times you find that you will see information such as all customers, dear household, or dear customers, or dear parents. So for instance, the school is going to send out a circular letter. Many times the school sends out circular letters and the circular letters are to go to the parents. So in the event the school is having a careers day or they're having any form of event that they're hosting, they will want to inform the parents of what is happening. So what they will do is to address it by saying, right? Sorry for highlighting that. They may address it to say, dear parent or guardian. A lot of time you see dear parent or guardian. Now that is saying that it is for them. It is addressed to the parents. You realize you won't find the parents addressed because guess what? That's too many of the parents for them to have all those addressed on the letters. But there's a way that we can get all the people, all the persons addressed that we want to send the letter to. However, I will teach you about that, but not today, not in this lesson, but in another lesson to come. I will teach you how to use a circular letter and attach persons' mailing address and information such as their names and titles, etc., to that letter. Now that's for a different lesson, so I will continue. Now you will find things such as dear sir or madam, and it means that the letter is going to somebody who has one of these titles. All right. So if it's a parent, it has to do with the student or whatever, or guardian has to do with the child award who is in the care of that institution. Now, guidelines for preparing the cutoff slip, right? So you're going to separate the cutoff slip from the rest of the document. If you realize here that I have some information down here and it is showing you the leader hyphens. You can use leader dots or unspace hyphens and as a way of showing your cutoff with a scissors. All right, and then you put information that you want them to fill out to return to the return address. All right, now another thing that I want you to pay attention to is that over here where it says, where it enumerates some items, remember now these are listed, they're enumerated because we're talking about them. All the things so far coming down were enumerated when we started from guidelines for preparing the circular letter. Now, here it says, position the cursor to the separator line. So wherever you are going to start that tear off slip, that's where you're going to position the cursor. So you're going to go up here to the ruler and you're going to make some indentations. Now, Here, I may just backspace a little. And what I will want to do here, I will want to put my cursor, put my mouse on the, this is like a little rectangle box. Not rectangle, it's like a little box here. So I'm going to pull it all the way over to the left margin. Everybody see the scissors moving all the way over to the left margin? So I drop it right there. And that's where the scissors should be in your document, in your circular letter with a tear off or cut off slip. Now, I want the other dots, the other hyphens that are unspaced to go all the way over to the right margin, because remember now, this is not how it should look. So if I'm supposed to do this, it will stop, maybe by the way, it will stop right over here, right? And then it will go into the next line afterwards. I don't want that. I want it to go all the way over to the right margin, which is to the end of the page. I come on the right indent here, click on it, and I bring it over to the extreme right, and then I continue to press my unspaced hyphens. And then once I'm finished, it will show you where it goes into the next line. Once it is going into the next line, it means you're finished. You've used up all the space on the document. Now, I'm going to enter or press the cursor into the next line here where it starts to tell you about the name and whatever information, the name, the company, the position, address. So these are some information that you may find in or on a tear off slip, or in a letter with tear off slip, or on a letter with tear off slip, right? Now you can use leader dots, or you can use you can just press down on shift and the same hyphen, and once you do that, it will underline the thing. Let me just make an example right here. Let me take this over to the left margin, and I have my finger down on shift, and I'm pressing now down on the hyphen. So once I press down on the hyphen with my finger on shift, it automatically makes a big underline. All right, so it makes an underline, and you can position that underline the way you wish to based on the amount of space that you're using. All right, everyone. So I will go ahead and undo that, as it wasn't a part of what I wanted to do. So now you would have seen what it means to create a letter with a tear off slip in terms of the information, how to put it together. But I'm going to actually show you how it is done in another video. All right, in another recording, I will share with you how it is done. If you can look over here to the left side of my screen, you'll see clipboard, and I have some information that I would have copied from page 2 here and placed here. I would have typed up the letter already, so I'm just going to copy it and show you what to do in the other video. So stay tuned and ensure that if you have any questions, you reach out to me and let me know if you understand. All right?